Alright, well, rock and roll, I guess. Surprise! We're all in the same room.
Oh, we're beginning.
For the first time.
We all throw our phones as if we were never on them.
Yeah, right, as if we were just all sitting here looking at our own music.
Yeah.
So, hopefully Emily will show up at some point. We've all been drinking. We have no plan whatsoever. And we're just gonna see what happens. How are we all doing, friends?
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of vibing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Zach and I had fun on the drive here. It was incredibly chaotic. I had a great time.
I thought so. It was just like I don't know. The music was
The music was a lot.
But in a good way.
We had sea shanties. We had Irish rebel music. We had the Beatles. We had Ozzy Osbourne. There was a lot happening.
All from the British Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the exception of like the really out there country music.
Oh yeah.
That was literally like
listened to ironically.
Yes,
I feel like that needs to be made clear.
Very much we have God and guns.
I'm a floor person. We're gonna enjoy a little time on the floor.
Alright.
There we go. That feels right, I think. Shift the table just a tad. Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Oh good, now I can reach the table. I've just been holding
Created
my beer.
solutions for everyone.
Yeah, every time I move it to like vacuum and then I put it back, I never put it back in the right spot.
Tragedy.
And I only notice when I sit over here and then I'm like, oh, I can't reach it.
Although you seem to be willing to do minimal movement to reach it.
Oh. What? Wait, repeat that?
You were like, I can't reach it.
Oh no, that was just me miming.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to put it down.
Okay, I was like, wow, that's as far as you're
No,
gonna
that
go.
was me like pretending, normally if it were too far away what I would do, but I am still drinking, so.
Love that for you.
I'm pretty sure this is like surgically attached to my hand because I haven't put it down in like 20 minutes.
That's impressive.
I've said this on the podcast before, and I am certain I will wind up saying it again. I always get drunk faster than I intend to because I am simply a beverage person.
See, I have the opposite problem. I drink everything slowly.
Yeah, like if I have something in my hand or near me, I am continuously drinking from it, no matter what it is.
I'm just drinking this beer, and this is all I'm having, and it's like halfway done. I don't know when I opened it, but 30 minutes ago, maybe?
No, it wasn't that long ago because it was, I remember, well no, never mind. That was like an hour ago we were upstairs.
Yeah, that's true, with the snake.
Sweet baby boy. It was
But
very exciting to see him.
I was thinking, because I remember like Bridget saying like 27 minutes, T-minus 27 minutes or whatever, but then I remember we started later than intended, so I was like, wait, never mind.
I feel like that happens to us a lot, but it's whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's fluid.
This morning I thought of a question that would have been so good for another, like, ladies' night on the podcast, if you're, like, ever, like, traveling or whatever. And it's, can you... I guess we'll talk about this now, because I brought it up.
Can't tease the people.
Mm-hmm.
He said he can't tease the people.
Well, I don't know.
What other body parts sound like they were named by wizards?
Do you want to explain where you're getting that from,
No.
buddy?
Literally all of them.
Yeah, literally all of them.
I mean, every Latin name for any part of your body sounds like wizardry.
Yeah.
Well, because that's where they got all the spells for Harry Potter. It's all Latin.
Yeah.
But also, most antidepressants sound like the names of wizards.
Like
Zoloft, Lexapro,
Sertraline.
Yeah, they sound like wizards. Jirt, or like a lot of other just
The
medications.
Aproprion.
That's a wizard.
This is where we need Gus. He would know this down
That's
pat.
Burton Guster from Psych. He is a pharmaceutical representative in the show.
Yes.
Gotcha. I've been just like listening to a lot of references that I don't understand today, and it's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, mostly like in Let's Wing.
A little bit of Pod Save America.
Oh yeah.
Slash
The
Quote Media
Pissar.
in general, yeah. Oh, Pissar. I was like, what? It's funny because PSA, I think of like public service announcement.
Yeah.
Sometimes feels weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to just. You know what? Yeah, I'll save it. It'll be a secret.
Oh, the thing.
Oh.
Wait and see.
Oh.
We're holding
Now
back.
you are teasing the people.
Yeah. I don't even know what the question is.
Nor do I.
Boom.
It is a secret that exists.
Literally the power that Bridget holds right
The
now.
power that I wield.
Setting the playing field.
I just pictured you as the old lady in Titanic, like at the very end, where she's like, he exists now only in my memories. The question exists now only in my mind.
I
That's
can't
true.
even
If you just
remember the
like
last
got
time I
struck
saw
by
that movie.
lightning now, we would never know.
Never
You would never
yeah.
know. I don't see how many get struck
And
by
that would be
lightning
the most
inside
tragic thing.
Right.
I mean,
It would just bug me that I don't know
Just
the
wonder
question.
forever.
Yeah.
50 years from now.
It's like, what was you gonna ask?
Sorry. Although I think the chances of me getting struck by lightning in your apartment are pretty low.
But never zero.
It's true. I've spent a lot more time in here than you have, and I haven't been struck by it.
Statistically.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah, sure. Wait, no, I shouldn't even joke about that being published with papers and statistics and all that.
Okay. We're really gonna get into this.
I could do a whole
Isn't-
statistics lesson.
Isn't there some physics thing where, like, if you put your finger on a table, like, one out of some ridiculously large
Oh
number of your
yeah,
finger
the
goes
atoms
through?
will like line
Yeah.
up perfectly.
Like, couldn't in theory the lightning go through the
Yeah.
roof if all the atoms lined
It's
up
so
or
weird to think
something?
about it. Like, if you just did this
Like,
enough times,
for a
your
billion
fingers
years.
might go through the table.
That's so wild.
Which, like, that sounds fake.
It does. It sounds like something that your older cousin who had a little too much to drink said.
Yeah.
Like, guys, did you know? I don't know.
Start wearing the table down too, I would think, eventually.
Probably.
Just like Grand Canyon style.
Especially my IKEA special here.
We love IKEA. I haven't
Oh my
actually
God, I
been to an
love
IKEA.
too.
This poor table.
Is it as fun as people say?
IKEA?
Well, you've
Yeah.
never been to IKEA?
Oh, I've never been to an IKEA.
Oh my god, IKEA is a day trip in and of itself. No, IKEA is a date. You can, like,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
a real date that you can take somebody to, and it is a legitimate date.
Yeah, you can test out furniture, look at things, like pick out stuff.
You've
Yeah.
given me a date idea.
and then
Thank
the-
you.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, you get to eat in the cafeteria and get your Swedish
Absolutely.
meatballs. And then on the way out, you can pass where they sell the food, and so you can buy the meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I got 2 jars of their Loganberry in the cabinet
Really?
for when I make Swedish meatballs.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never been to an IKEA. It sounds really fun though.
It's delightful. There's one 45 minutes from my parents, so I go pretty much every time I'm there.
Nice.
I know live close to an IKEA. I don't know where it is exactly, but in New York, the closest was in, like, Connecticut. It's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, closest here is
There
Toronto.
is- There isn't one in New York?
There
That
is,
doesn't seem right.
if there is, it's like probably out here. I don't know, because the other closest one is in Jersey, and they're literally like a 2-minute difference between the one in Connecticut and Jersey. From at least from where I was in Schenectady. I obviously don't know what it would be for you. Probably a little different. Although honestly, you're kind of moving in the same direction of both Connecticut and Jersey. So
There's one in New York City.
Yeah.
maybe that's one thing if that's not in Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, every time I go, I'm just as excited to go. Like, oh, what do they
Yeah,
have now? You know,
IKEA.
and like the amount of stuff I have from IKEA. I got the rocking chair and the matching ottoman, coffee table and end tables, my entire bedroom set, including my comforter and duvet.
What did I get? I got my chair, not the rocking chair, the bouncy one.
Yeah.
I got a couple shelves. Actually, I got a lot of shelves. I feel like there was other stuff that I'm just blanking on.
Yeah.
It is such a go-to.
Got lots of random little things, like a lamp. I got some cookie cutters. I have a tray, a mug, like just dozens of small random things.
IKEA also doubles not only as a date but as like a relationship tester.
Yeah.
Because then you build the furniture togetger.
Yeah.
And how much patience do you have for the other person
Mm-hmm.
when they don't include that little Allen wrench that you need to
I
build
have a
them
bunch
thing.
of that.
Yeah.
See, that's not a problem for me. I have a bunch of Allen wrenches because I ride my bike a lot.
Well, they always give you an Allen wrench, and
Yeah.
it's like just got a pile of Allen wrenches
Yeah.
sitting around.
I literally have a junk drawer of like 10 of them. It's just
Who's Allen? Why are the wrenches named after him?
Allen B wrench. I don't know.
I was trying to think of some really dumb, punny joke, and I'm just not
Tragic.
getting there.
Actually, okay, I remember on one episode of the podcast you said you were anticipating it being weird finally seeing like the entirety of people you've opened.
Yeah.
Have either of your expectations been met?
You were taller than I thought. For some reason, I thought 5'4" was shorter than it is. but it was not. So
See,
I'm exactly medium height for a woman.
I
Yeah.
think you look
Yeah,
shorter standing next to him because I'm not that much taller than you, so I'm like, oh yeah, like that seems like that. I'm like ever so slightly on the taller side for a woman. I'm like 5'6.5", 5'7". So like not much difference between us. I'm like, oh yeah, this seems about average. But then he's sitting there. I'm like, oh, maybe that is a little on the like shorter side.
No, medium height. It bothers me.
I
even
know
over
it
this before.
does. You have to be so pedantic about it.
Average height for a woman is 5'4". I'm 5'4". I'm not short. Yeah, no, I thought it was gonna be weird, and it was like considerably less weird than I thought. I was like, no, yeah, that's sure.
That tracks.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
Yeah, not remotely. I was like, I thought it'd be weird, like in the 3D and all that. And it's like, yeah, no, not the same.
I'm just being
Which
in
is shocking.
person. Yeah.
Interesting side effect of the pandemic has been like finally seeing people's faces that you've only ever seen under a mask. I'm like,
Wild.
Well, yeah, especially.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna mention because Geneseo went mask optional last week. All of a sudden, everybody.
have you finally seen some people's faces for the like first time in a semester?
Some people I've never seen their face. Period. Even if I had them in class all year, last semester and this one, and then so many of them, I actually like legitimately didn't recognize them at first because I had this image in my mind of what the rest of their face looked like, and it did not match. And I was like, I actually had this one student who talks to me quite a bit, and when she talked to me the first day without a mask, I had no idea who she was. I was like, wait, that's not right. That's not what that's supposed to look like.
Which is so weird because like it doesn't necessarily like. It's weird to me that your brain can fill it in a way that like can fill in a face in a way that seems wrong when you see the actual face. But it also doesn't like I'm wording this so strangely because I don't quite know how to articulate it. Like it wouldn't have seemed weird if you had just seen their face in its entirety.
Yeah.
To begin with. But your face filled it in a way that their actual face looks weird.
Or
like your brain filled it in a way that it looks weird.
It's kind of like when you see a movie based on a book.
Yeah.
Because when you read the book, you build up the character in your head, and if the actor doesn't quite fit that, it's like it just looks wrong and weird and same kind of thing.
Oh, actually, that's a fun topic. Who did they cast for a character that you were just like absolutely not, if you can think of one?
I don't want to say it because I can hear your reaction.
I'm not even thinking of it now. I want to know.
Wait, but now she knows something that you don't know, and now she has power.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Now
You're going to find out at some point.
When you tell me, I'll tell you.
I'll text it to you right now.
You're not gonna like it.
Okay, fair enough.
Robert Pattinson, Batman.
Oh, okay.
He just doesn't fit. But you loved it so much, and you love Robert Pattinson.
I do love Robert Pattinson, and I did absolutely love it. New Batman slaps. I was a big fan. I saw it.
I still haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I'm not, like, like, I enjoy him as an actor, and I think it's kind of sad that Twilight stunted his career in the beginning.
I think that's what ruined him for me. I can't not see it.
Valid. But, I mean, I'm not, like, particularly ride or die for him as an actor. I quite enjoy him. He was awesome in The Lighthouse. If you haven't seen The Lighthouse, watch it. But no, I mean, that's kind of fair. Explain.
I don't know, he isn't what I picture in my head when I think Batman. I think it's because, like, I picture a guy who's maybe a bit, I don't want to say bulkier. I don't know quite what word I mean.
I know what you mean, but also, thing I really appreciated about, Mr. Arpats in the new Batman was that, they kind of had the, like, obligatory, like, shirtless scene. But he just looked like a dude, like, he looked like a normal dude who has been working out. Like, he wasn't, like, disgustingly, like, dehydrated, so you could, like, see it. Like, he looked like just a dude who had, like, a healthy dude that is muscular.
Yeah.
Which I appreciated.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. So, thank you, Mr. Robert Pattinson, for adding some realism.
Yeah, I really don't get. I was watching that show Peacemaker on HBO Max over the last weekend, and like John Cena is the star of that, and I just don't get like that level of muscle. It's like you can't move very well, it seems like, and just, I don't get it, so.
I'm not here for it.
If he put on a suit, he'd be done for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those muscles and restrictive clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, the show What We Do in the Shadows has had me thinking a lot about just, like, how far off, like, Hollywood beauty standards are from, like, what a lot of, like, real people actually find attractive. Because, like, Kayvon Novak, like, he's just he's a normal-looking guy.
He's cute.
And exactly! Like, I don't want, like, all three of us have talked about this before, like, I find, like, normal-looking people so much more attractive than, you know, the, like, Instagram underwear models.
Ugh.
I'm not here for it, man.
Plus, you know, I feel like people that are that, like, fit and in shape would just make me feel self-conscious.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to be around you. You gotta be at least a little soft.
Yeah, no. Actually, that's, it's a fun thing about, no longer being with my ex-boyfriend. He was one of those people who just had that kind of metabolism where, like, he could eat absolutely anything and just, like, zero body fat whatsoever, and I, like, whenever we would, like, go to the beach or something, I was like, don't look at me. And, like, I'm a normal, like, size for my, like, height.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, don't look at me.
There are always those people that are going to be, like, you know, skinnier or more
Yeah.
toned that is always going to make you feel, no matter what you look like,
Yeah.
make you feel shitty.
Which, like, is total BS, because, like,
Yeah, it's stupid.
you should be able to feel comfortable with just how you look.
Yeah.
Whether or not that is, like, you know, you got a crazy metabolism, you're just a string bean of a person, you should be able to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Hot takes with Bridget.
Wish I had that confidence, you know, when we eventually rent our beach house. We've been talking
Yes!
about for like 2 years.
It's going to happen.
Just every day on the beach.
Yes!
Drinking, that's it. Just drinking on the beach, that's all.
But also, here's the thing. If I'm drinking on the beach with all my friends, like,
You don't care so much.
I don't care quite as much.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
It most certainly is going to happen, and I expect you to black out with the rest of us.
Blackout might be a little far. It's very unnerving to lose time,
Okay.
but
Get right up to the edge.
just shy, yeah, just shy. I'll flirt with the idea of blacking out, but I won't do it.
I like that for you. Actually, speaking of things along those lines, we got any stupid drinking stories we would like to share with the world?
I would not.
Fair enough. Moving right along. We did already dedicate, like, almost an entire episode to dumb things we've done.
Yes.
Which is probably not nearly enough time, but, you know.
Not nearly enough, but also, like, does everyone need to know? But I'm also too comfortable with sharing stupid things that I've done. It's a very strange tightrope that I walk. Of, like, being a serial oversharer and also, like, an anxious person who's like, every single fact that people know about me is potential blackmail. It's a horrible way to live your life. I do not recommend it.
Is that why you won't tell us the question?
Jesus. See, now I'm having fun lording it over you is the thing.
I'm just having fun making jokes about it.
I love it.
Tell you, it's gonna get weird because I slept 3 hours and
I want it to
eaten
get weird.
really much today. And
I
I've been
want it to
drinking,
get
so it's gonna
weird.
be-
This is what I want, because I always feel bad that, like, when it's just the two of us drinking, I always feel bad that I start, like, getting weird way sooner than you do, because you have, like, real adult alcohol tolerance,
I can't help it.
and I'm still, like, a baby adult.
You'll get there. Maybe. I don't know. I can't know for sure. So I was like, let me retract that just in case.
Let me just
I don't know how it works.
put a little asterisk on that
I'm
statement.
not that kind of doctor.
There was a joke in there somewhere, but I didn't find it in time.
I used to, I was an RA, a research assistant, or associate technically, for this very famous health communications scholar when I was in grad school, and the way he used to put it was, we're doctors, but not the kind that help. We really just kind of hurt. Because we're just pointing out, like, you know, horrible things and...
Okay.
Founded. Valid.
Yeah, he was full of really good quotes.
We had a substitute teacher in high school who was in a wheelchair and said, the sooner that you learn that life will be an endless disappointment, the better off you'll be. And then he ran over everybody's feet.
Okay.
Not on purpose. He just was kind of oblivious to
that
it.
would have been even funnier.
No, he wasn't like stick him out. He was just like was kind of oblivious to where he was going.
Or was he?
Or was he?
Or
Yeah.
was he?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see your feet there.
We only had him once. And they didn't invite him back. I had a series of weird one-off substitutes that were just like so chaotic.
Oh, when I was in high school, one of the kids that I went to a weird K through 8, like kindergarten through 8th grade elementary school. So when I got to high school, one of the kids that had been at that school with me, his dad was like he had like been a math teacher and then retired, so he was a substitute sometimes. And whenever he was substituting for our math class and I would walk in, he'd be like, "Oh, here comes trouble." I'd just be like, "Thank you." Also, my history and also my criminal law teacher in high school, God, she was Mary Ellen Topian. If you're out there, I hope you're doing great. You were awesome. She was like one of those people who had just like done everything. Like she had like been to law school and like also been to culinary school and was like this like, and like, you know, she had like been like a teenager in the 60s and just like all this wild, like so much wild stuff. The amount of like weird things that she like hinted at that had happened. I hope she's doing good. She said, like, she would always, every time it was Friday, she would never say it's Friday. She would say it's Friday feeling day.
Okay.
Don't know why. Love her.
I'd say feeling Friday, but...
She would refer to our, whenever we had to, like, get a permission slip signed, she would always refer to parents as the person who keeps you. She had so many great quotes.
That's more accurate.
It is accurate. I have, like, a whole, like, document of, I think we like all wrote, everyone who was in the class with me, we all wrote them down. We called it Topianisms. And my favorite one of hers that I say constantly is, if it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid.
Is that where you got the habit of writing down things people say?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mary Ellen. I wish I had that notebook with me now. That has, wait, actually I might. I have a notebook that has things you've said in it.
Oh, this is about you.
Yeah, she has this notebook where she just writes things down, and sometimes in the classroom she would write stuff down that I said.
Yeah, this is like, you know, random like funny things I think of if I have an idea. I'm like, oh, this would be like, here's a cool movie idea, or
just
like
kind
whatever.
of stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness crap. Let's see what we can find.
I remember that one day I took a couple pictures of them.
You did. They're on your Facebook.
I don't remember what
I
they were.
Facebook stalked you once.
Oh yeah, and then you saw a bunch of stuff I posted about you before we were like friends.
Yeah, that was fun. I was
your
like,
narwhal. I posted pictures of your
You
narwhal.
did! I was like,
on exams.
It was not, again,
They were de-identified. I never told anybody it was you.
I mean, I don't care. I love any evidence that I like don't cease to exist to people once I leave the room.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny at the time, so I shared it with them.
Let me see what we've got.
I appreciated those. That's the
Flipping
main
through,
thing
like,
I
all
miss.
the fan fiction I've written down in here.
I've moved all of my exams to be digital, and it makes me sad that people can't draw me pictures anymore.
I don't know what adults do. I'm still figuring that out.
Aren't we?
Oh, aren't we all? In reference to Mickey Mouse potentially entering the public domain, I imagine that's going to happen right away because, you know, people.
I was insinuating what people were going to do with Mickey Mouse's likeness.
Yeah, I mean, most people know how the internet works. Yeah. I say that because that's what it is to me, a medium for watching cat videos and nothing else. Your description of the internet. Oh, this is one of the ones you took a picture of. You were talking about how your like stepdad used to make you carry an atlas.
My dad,
yeah. Your dad used to make you carry an atlas in your car in case you got lost. And you said, but now I'm old enough and he can't make me. And I like, instead of just putting like your name underneath the quote, I wrote a grown-ass woman with a PhD in published research. And I'm pretty sure you took a picture of that one and like posted it somewhere.
Yeah, I think I did. I know there were a couple ones I took pictures of.
My time in the Geneseo Comm department was very fun.
I like to think we're a fun bunch. Solid people. all pals.
Frankly, I haven't heard, like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about, like, other, like, especially, like, people in, like, the science departments that are, like, absolutely massive, like, unless you're, like, a TA for a particular, like, no, they don't really seem to, like, know each other.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. We've heard that from so many students who have, like, switched majors into comm that they're so surprised that, like, we talk to them and, like, make time to, like, really make eye contact and ask about their lives, and, yeah, it's wild. Like, they can never get a hold of people in other departments. They keep their doors closed. Ours are never closed.
Yeah. As evidenced by the many times that I just walked into your office with a live python.
Very different vibe in the comm department.
Which, like, I kind of get, because, like, you know, if a bunch of people want to do, like, nursing and pre-med or whatever, you're going to need, like, a lot of people teaching biology and stuff like that. So I kind of understand how you, like, don't have time to talk to everyone, but also, like, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were oversubscribed. I had, like, 50, 60 advisees and all that stuff.
Oh, well then, I don't know. Do better, sciences, I guess.
We have a reputation. We're proud of it.
I love that for you. I'm sad that I never got to actually, like, do a better planned comm department Mario Kart tournament.
Oh yeah, we were all too busy grading that one time.
That would have been fun if I had, like, actually, like, thought further ahead.
Yeah, because I remember when you were up there and I was like, oh, I'd like to do it, but I really got to get this stuff done. And
it's okay. Emi Kanemoto dropped by and played, like, 5 rounds of Mario Kart with me and Emma Short.
I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. Love her.
What a delightful human.
Kind of sad I never took one of her classes. Now this is just becoming we exclude Zach.
Yeah.
The CO talk.
That's all good.
Yeah. She teaches classes in peace communication, which is pretty cool and different.
We do stand.
Which I particularly relevant right now, actually.
Very relevant.
Just thought about that.
Since I've been gone for like 2 years now, any hot comm department goss?
I knew you were going to use the phrase hot goss. I did not expect the interjection at all, but no. We're changing our whole major starting in fall. That's exciting stuff. Other than that,
that's kind of sad.
No, we worked. It took us like 5 or 6 years.
This isn't like imposed.
Yeah, no. We've been working on this for like 5 or 6 years.
Never mind. Then that's good. I was like, if this is imposed, that's kind of sad.
No, multiple years we were like, let's have these long ass meetings and just get this done, and then every year we just wouldn't make it.
Oh no.
So it's pretty exciting stuff from our perspective.
Yeah, I want to get Lee back on the podcast. I think it would be a lot of fun.
I have not seen Lee like all year because our schedules are on opposite days.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do we have a problem?
No. And it bums me out because I'm used to hearing their like super loud voice through the wall because we're office neighbors.
That is so... Yeah. Yeah.
Like to the point where if I were meeting somebody else in my office, I sometimes could not hear them.
Lee. Miss them.
Lovely human. I just use that phrase again. Both Emmy and Lee are wonderful humans.
Incredible. I want to see if I have anything else here. Oh, one time I told you I was in one of the classes that I was Sasha's TA for. It was an 8:30 a.m. class, and this student came in and sat down next to me, just like clearly so high.
Nice.
And I remember telling that to you, and you were like, "Huh, wake and bake, I guess." Which like is such a which is like such a common phrase, but I was not expecting to hear that out of your mouth, so I wrote it down.
I was not expecting that either. I don't remember saying that.
Good times. Very good times.
Oh wait, no, I sort of do remember that. Was that in 160?
That might have been.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
There's so much weird stuff in this notebook that I have kind of forgotten.
When I was right out of college, I moved to Chicago to do an internship at an entertainment agency, and one of the things that we did there was that everybody just had like a piece of paper taped like to the cabinet above their desk, and every time somebody would say something absolutely stupid or ridiculous, they would write it on the page.
We had a poster like that in my suite/apartment both junior and senior year. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, every time the page filled up, you would just put another sheet on top of it and keep going. And when I was leaving, the office manager at the time made me a card, like printed it out and everything, and wrote a bunch of like my quotes in it.
I love that.
Which, one of my most prized possessions. But it's one of those things, looking back at it, I was like, why am I so weird?
You just reminded me when I was a freshman and I was like living in like the like actual like dorms, and the girls' bathroom on our floor, there was like a notepad like taped to the wall in one of the stalls, and people would just like write on it.
Nice.
So like I have to like, and I stole it at the end of the year, and some of the things that are written on there are unholy.
I bet.
I'm gonna have to go through that and like, maybe that'll be like Patreon content or something, like the contents of that notepad. College is so weird, especially living in like the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly strange.
Yeah. I have a Microsoft Word document just titled "Weird Things My Roommate Says." That I just, every time she said something weird in college, I would just add it to the file.
Not COVID, just inhaling my beverage.
I know we talked about this before. It was like, how long would that be instinctive to like cough or sneeze and be like, "I'm not sick."
Nope, just inhaling my beverage.
Yeah. Plus, it's like we're getting into allergy season, so it's gonna be a lot more of that. Where it's like, no, I'm not sick. Happens every spring.
I've never actually had seasonal allergies, which is kind of fun for me.
Yeah, that's great. Lovely. Good for you.
Salty?
I have seasonal allergies and asthma.
Ooh,
so the allergies
ouchie.
irritate my asthma. So me all spring.
Tragic.
Lovely. Yeah, good times.
Let's see what else I got in here. I'm personally just having a good time looking through this now.
Yeah? It's fun to
Oh, there's all the things I wrote down for the Smut or Angst game, which we are 100% playing again.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, we were talking about something earlier, and you said we can do that on the podcast. I was trying to remember what it was. It was naming the tardigrade.
Oh my god, yes!
He's over there.
Where is he?
He's in my purse.
Okay, I'm not comfortable looking through your purse.
He's in an outside pocket.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Pardon me
still
while
not
I
doing
pass
that
by the
because I don't
camera.
feel like it. I love him. We went to a record store today that has a bunch of like fun little oh wonderful. That has a bunch of like fun little toys, and she found this. Oh, beautiful.
I gotta like back up. He's not quite showing up well. I'm a
I don't know how well he's gonna show up,
He's not going to.
but it's a little like, we talked about these guys on the podcast one time, the Tardigrades,
Yeah.
and we
Can't see his
found
face.
like a small glow in the dark one,
He's a finger puppet,
and he needs a name.
and he glows in the dark.
Because I love glow in the dark objects. Yeah, he requires a
So
name.
much. He looks like he's waiting to hug somebody.
Oh,
Aw.
a little bit off topic,
Yes,
but
hit me with it.
but just to go back, but Vance has 2 new shoes that glow in the dark.
That's
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like themed anything? Because if I found like, for example, like a
I should
David
know
Bowie
this.
shoe that like where the lightning bolt glowed in the dark or something, I
Are
would
they, like,
lose my mind.
Slip-ons?
They're
Or-
old schools.
Okay.
Yeah. They're just kind of like, I'll find a picture at some point.
I mean, even just straight up glow.
They're
in the-
called Zap, so it's like a lightning-y, like not lightning, but like lightning adjacent art.
I mean, like glow in the dark shoes, period, are cool. But if I found like glow in the dark shoes that had like that were like X-Files themed or something, I would lose my mind.
Cool.
Oh, are you still rewatching the X-Files?
I haven't watched any recently, just because I've been busy, and I've been rewatching Psych and West Wing, so
Of course.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
Which entirely coincidental, by the way. Like,
yeah, no. Totally.
which is so weird.
When I was dog sitting, I rewatched the entirety of What We Do in the Shadows in like 3 days. Like one
Nice.
season per day.
Worth it.
I
It's worth the time. I should really rewatch the earlier seasons.
I like want to apologize to you and also to Emily now for like the people that we are going to become when the 4th season of that show comes out.
I'm so excited.
If you think we're bad now, We are going to be so insufferable.
I'm dying for the season premiere. I want to see what happens.
I want to see... No, and I also, like, I am thinking about the fact that, like, in the coming months, it's going to be new music from Hozier, new season of Stranger Things, new season of Good Omens, new season of What We Do in the Shadows, the last podcast... Like, we are going to be the worst versions of ourselves. It's gonna be great, and I'm so sorry.
I'm legitimately about to download one of those like countdown apps to put on Lost Pod.
Yes. I'm so excited.
VIP tickets.
Hell yeah. Also, Henry Zabowski, please come on the podcast. Or any of you, please come on the podcast. We love you.
He said he loves doing them, and he doesn't get asked much.
We're gonna have to hop on that.
Yeah. Maybe the next seance.
No, come on for our 69th episode. LOL, nice. You have 2 weeks.
Man, I couldn't even imagine actually, like, talking to him like that.
I'd wind up embarrassing myself,
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
don't think I could keep up with him.
that's not shocking. I embarrass myself on this podcast every single week.
Sure, that's the way to live.
You can't expose me. I overshare myself.
Yeah, the best defense is good offense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You control the narrative.
I feel like we were about to do something.
Name back.
We were about to name the Tardigrade. Yes, what are we going to name him?
Well, as I had said earlier, my instinct was Marty for some reason, because he's Marty the Tardy. But there could be better options. That was just my first, immediate thought.
Martin Harding.
Mazzani. Capital Region, baby.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, wait, did I tell you that I once got in an argument with one of the attorneys there while I was in the attorney's office?
No.
I got a call from one of their attorneys who I actually knew growing up because he was the dad of one of my siblings' friends in elementary school. But he called and they were looking for records that we couldn't give to them. And I argued with this guy for like a day. And he was just like, can we have this? I was like, no. He's like, okay, but what if you gave it to us? It's like, still no. So yeah. He was a real heavy hitter. They live up to their name. They do not give up.
I am utterly fascinated by this.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Every time I had an internship at the county comptroller's office once, and I did absolutely nothing. I did literally nothing for an entire summer. I would go into the office and sit there and watch Last Week Tonight.
Who was Michael
on my work computer?
O'Connor?
Mike Connors.
Mike Connors.
He used to live right across the street from me.
That's so funny.
And he was super nice. Every time we had those weird pyramid scheme fundraisers to keep our school going, he wouldn't buy. We would go up to his door and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy anything. Can I just write you a check?"
Yeah.
And whenever we had lemonade stands, he would and we would be charging a quarter. He would show up and just give us $5 and not take the lemonade. Super nice guy.
I'm sorry. Are we just gonna pretend it's not weird that Zach knows the name of the comptroller?
I'm in politics.
I know,
and
but
I was
still,
in local politics.
But that particular job, it's just
we're from the same area.
He controls the city.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
Apparently,
He works in the...
Yeah, I worked in the. I mean, again, I did nothing.
To be fair, I didn't actually know his name, but I knocked doors for the person who succeeded him. So.
Apparently, they have beef.
Really?
Yeah.
I just know that Darius Schottenfer. I shouldn't talk too much politics on this podcast, but this man has ran for every office in sight, and it's just really bad at politics.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's sad. I mean, you gotta try, man.
No, he's just
I respect the grind.
It's not one of those if only he can break through. He's just this super sold out establishment guy.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Who was only going to use that office to go for a higher office. He was never he didn't want the job to be comptroller. He wanted the job to be county executive or something.
Interesting. Never mind. I do not respect.
Yeah,
the grind.
no, he ran for Congress. That was the first office he ran for. So clearly, was never planning on just settling at the local level. But no, the woman who did win is really cool. She actually wanted to do the job, If she ever like used that to bounce her to higher office, I'd be surprised. Like I'd be like, okay, I misjudged your character. Like,
interesting. Maybe I should pay more attention to local politics.
That being said, I also don't. I mean, I'm assuming they're basically the treasurer, but I really don't know what they do.
They control the
They
city.
control
I'm
the
glad
city.
it's all of us.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I
great.
mean, I know it's finance. That's about as far as it goes.
See, I didn't even know that. So you're
Well, see, here's the thing.
Yeah, frankly, you're a step ahead of me.
I know that like Schenectady has like a finance commissioner, but I don't think Schenectady has a comptroller.
Mm.
I don't know if Albany County has a finance commissioner, but they have a comptroller. So maybe they're like because Schenectady, those positions aren't elected. There's no county executive. There's county manager who's appointed by the county legislature. But in Albany, the county executive is elected, and so is the comptroller. So I don't know if it's just like Schenectady's a little less political than Albany, but
the
Yeah, I don't know.
the thing you said about beef reminded me of one of the many memes I've downloaded and then forgot to send to you guys. I'm pretty sure I didn't send this one.
Do you want to I can edit those in on the screen. Do
Yeah.
you want to share those with us?
I
And
can
I'll
do it.
like put them on the screen.
I mean, it's just I'll do it later, but yeah, it's just a tweet that says, "I don't care about celebrity gossip. Give me small scale gossip. I want to know why the night shift employees at Kohl's are mad at each other."
yeah.
Okay, seriously?
Literally,
that
though.
stuff is so fun.
Mhm.
And there's this Twitter thread I have like saved in my bookmarks that I haven't gone through, but apparently like it's just all these examples of like insane beef going down between like different Polish restaurants,
Oh.
and I am fascinated.
Interesting.
So yeah, small scale beef is great, especially because you can take sides.
Oh, that was just me putting it.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
because
I
you can
forget.
take sides, and no one gets hurt really.
Yeah.
I like how instantaneous that was. Like,
we,
phone watch.
we both just.
Yeah.
This happens to me constantly. Like anytime like some app or whatever is like, oh, we'll text you a code, and then my phone dings. I'm like, oh boy,
Yeah.
a text message.
Yep. Well, you probably didn't expect me to send it right now, but I was
Like
like,
in,
oh, I'll forget
in one ear and out the other.
Also, whoever invented the technology to just like automatically take the code and put it into the confirmation thing, like literally all the blessings. on
Yeah,
us
whoever
for
you
this
are,
whole-
I'm going to kiss you on the mouth.
Yeah, no, actually. Because otherwise you have to like try your best to remember some 8-digit number, and then you don't. It's clicking back and forth. And it's
Sorry,
like,
I just
just
thought of this guy. This guy was in a restaurant, and he was like filming his food, like half-eaten food, and was like, whoever made this like deserves to get their ass ate or something. And the waitress like walks up to him and asks how it is as he is saying this, and you can hear him say like, oh my god, everything's great, like immediately after saying that. And I was like, ooh, that's rough, dude.
The small scale gossip thing is the exact reason why I love the app Nextdoor. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it, but
No.
it's like,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's essentially like social media, but for neighborhoods, you know, so you can talk to people in your neighborhood. And people are constantly just posting the pettiest shit on there. And then
Please
there's
give
like,
me examples.
and then there's like all these arguments in the comments about it, and it's like people.
I'm
just,
still listening. I'm just pulling up my own version of this.
Beautiful.
people just like criticizing each other, and it's just, oh man.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Since we're in the meme sharing, I'm gonna edit these in. Let me see what kind of good stuff I have
Oh my god.
for the
excuse
squad.
me.
Like the most recent one I just read, was that this morning? It all blends together.
Quite possibly. Who
Um,
knows?
but a woman was posting about how an elderly couple had left their cart because they heard a car alarm going off and they thought it was theirs, but it was full of groceries, and somebody stole their groceries. And she was like, you know, I believe in karma and they're going to get you. And then it became this whole thing in the comments,
Jesus.
which
Oh,
it
no.
just, it's just the dumbest stuff, and I don't know what compels people to post the things on there that they do.
Brooks, I think I sent this to you. Person on Tumblr posts, I'm watching Rent for the first time, and wow, I love Angel.
Yeah.
Person replying to themselves about 90 minutes later, in all caps, in bold, hey guys, what the fuck?
Hey, spoiler alert. Well, people haven't seen Run at this point, that's on them.
Yeah, that is on them, frankly.
I have it over there.
You do. I'm like weirdly familiar with the amount of with the movies that you have on your shelf because I've been here several times.
Lost track.
Evil Beach Boys be like, wouldn't it be horrible? What are more of these memes that you've been meaning to send to us and haven't?
Well, see, the problem is, like, I'll save them, and then I look at them and I'm like, did I send that or not? And I can't remember, so I just don't. Like, for example, and I'm just putting them in the host chat because that's the first thing that comes up when I hit share.
Okay, that's fine. Again, I will edit these in
Oh.
so that they are visible for the people.
I have, not even a question, just like top.
You haven't
source.
sent any of the.
Oh,
Oh
here's one that I downloaded
my god,
because
they're wonderful.
right? That I just downloaded. I think it was today or yesterday because I thought it would be actually something to maybe argue on the pod.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about this. You are seated 15 feet, about 4.6 meters, from a standard light switch that you need to turn off. You can't move toward the switch. Your only hope is to throw food at the switch. Which group of foods do you choose? We'll edit this in. This is what we are selecting from. This right here.
I already know which one I'm going with. I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
I'm going with A.
Yeah, I'm going with A too. That coconut's gonna hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if I don't get it with the coconut, I have a pear as a backup.
Yeah. Yeah, A was my choice as well. But there were people that made some really good points, like C has a potato. And you can, and no one says you can't cut it into chunks.
The only reason I might pick C is because I'm thinking it would be hard to miss with a watermelon.
Times New Bastard, I've seen that. I love it. Anyway.
I'm just like sending whatever ones I think.
Good, I love it.
Oh, this one was more for me. You wouldn't find it funny, probably.
What, the Tolkien one?
Oh no, one I just didn't send you.
Oh,
Just
okay, cool.
With one line, you activate every bone in my body, and all of them are in attack mode. I kind of want to start. Oh my god, that's so funny.
And again, I don't remember if I've already sent you guys any of these.
You haven't sent literally any of these.
So I said I'm always downloading them and then forgetting.
Apparently one of J.R.R. Tolkien's nicknames was Jirt. Because that's his initial spell.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, okay, but what an amazing prank would that be to get a bunch of people like in the comms office or something to all email one person and just do that where every seventh letter is like a different font and convince the person that their computer's messed up. Just like
Okay, that's kind of funny, I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. Is it technically gaslighting? Yes.
Just a little bit.
Is it a little bit funny? Yeah. Okay, I'm officially one drink in for this evening. Again, this is what happens when you are just simply a beverage person.
I think this is one I already sent you guys, but I'm going to send it again just in case.
You have not sent that.
Which one?
Pervert.
Oh, I thought I had. See? I don't remember.
He's naked.
It's so funny. Perfect.
Again, Emily and I have already echoed this sentiment on the podcast before, but like 2014 Tumblr was integral in shaping my sense of humor, and I would not be the person that I am today without it, even though it was also a hell site.
A lot of the memes I have saved are either cat related and or Star Trek related.
Of course, as they should. You know, as is your right.
Yeah, so those I'm here's one for you, Bridget.
Hell yeah. Every time you would say most excellent in class, I think I might... Actually, no, I don't like to be like, oh, I'm special, I'm the only one who got it. But, like, no one ever reacted, is the thing. I was the one that reacted.
No one knew.
I wish I was that dumb.
Yeah. Blissfully ignorant.
I wish I hate being sentient. I wish I was stupid. Brooks, buddy, you're out of frame and I don't know how long it's been going on for.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oopsies, that's on me.
Well, because I can't see myself
You
very well because
started,
it's
like-
sort of dark and shadowy over here.
Yeah.
That's okay, they can hear me.
They can hear. That's also the problem of recording as the sun is setting.
Yeah, there's that too.
Our lighting has changed significantly since we started.
See what you've done? You've opened the floodgates.
This is what I want.
Okay.
When I teach it. Your jokes aren't remotely funny. Punctuation is important. Oh, I already have upstairs Advil, downstairs Advil, and purse Advil. But, I mean, maybe that's a side effect of living with my parents that are boomers? I don't know.
I think this is one I already sent you guys to, but it just gets me.
Nope.
Oh. Yep, see? Hey, here's one that's relevant to what we were just talking about.
Oh,
Before, pre-pod. Pre-pod. I don't know why that's making me laugh. Sounds like pea-pod, I think, is the reason why it's funny to me.
Wait, did you say we weren't talking about that on the podcast? Because we
What?
100% were.
What?
We were talking about IKEA on the podcast.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
I told you! Because the lack of sleep and haven't eaten much today and then been drinking, I'm not gonna make sense. I'm not gonna make sense.
Actually, you know what? It's more fun this way.
I just tried to say I'm not gonna be sense, so there's that.
I was gonna complain, but then I realized it's more fun this way.
Yeah, no, that's the point. That's the point.
I gotta say, you, have ever so slight Henry Zabrowski energy when you get drunk.
What a lovely compliment.
Similar, just, weird, don't think about it, you're thinking about it. You just gotta not think about it. You get that
Don't think
energy.
about it. Don't think about it.
Precisely. You get that energy when you're either drunk, sleep deprived, or both.
That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
That's good.
I'm just sitting here, just sending you guys memes nonstop.
I'm enjoying it greatly.
Here's a What We Do in the Shadows meme. I don't even remember most of these.
Is this making fun of fanfic? Yeah, it is making fun of fanfiction. Yeah, that's accurate. All my What We Do in the Shadows people that watch this podcast, I think you'll agree.
Oh.
Nice.
Most of these are ones that I know I'm going to sound ancient here, but most of these are ones I've downloaded from Facebook. And so they're in a Facebook folder, and so mixed in with the the memes I've downloaded is pictures and stuff that I've downloaded, including this picture of me holding Alphaba in my office.
Oh yeah, I took that.
More than 2 years ago.
Is there a
Oh,
Facebook
she was
one?
so
'Cause
little.
look how little she is, yeah.
Actually, I want to close look at that. She was so tiny back then. Oh my god, look at her.
Right?
She's so thick these days. It's weird to see pictures of her back when she was comparatively much shorter and much tinier.
Yeah.
Again, cannot wait. Zach has seen her in recent years, so I cannot wait
Yes.
for you specifically to actually come to Albany and see how fucking huge she is these days.
Here's a thinker.
I love it.
And again, some of these might be,
Okay, yeah, I like that. Literally, every time my mom complains about me buying more books, I'm like, listen, I could be addicted to crack. You don't know how good you have it.
yeah.
Oh, I sent you a similar What We Do in the Shadows meme once, where it was that,
Cryptocurrency one?
no, not the cryptocurrency one, but it was the same type of here, I'll resend it. It was the same type of grid, just with more participants. I gotta find it though. Enjoy. Oh, my mom just texted me. What is she? Piper got a haircut!
Aww.
Oh my god! The people need to see this. Look at my donkey.
Oh.
Which is great because now when I get home, I can I've been waiting for her to get a haircut because she has big ass Grinch feet with a lot of tufts sticking out.
That. I love her
Which
feet
is
so
adorable.
much.
I know I sent you this, but I just...
Henry Zabrowski, I love it. But yeah, she has big ass Grinch feet with a lot of fur tufts sticking out, and I really want to get put her paw on a stamp and put it on some paper so I can have a little imprint of her paw and get it tattooed. But I've been waiting for her paws to be cleaned up at the groomer before I can do that. But I can do that when I get home. Really exciting.
They have kits for that.
They do.
Yeah.
I need to get more than one though, because I also want to get her nose print.
Yeah.
Because that's oh my god, she sent me another picture. I love my dog so much. I'm obsessed with her. Get closer. Focus. My sweet baby. Oh, and you can see her little... She has a collar that has dogs and shamrocks on it, which is great because now it's visible for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Good. Festive dog.
Love my festive dog.
Man, this is a tweet that I really feel a lot. Before PhD, I'm not that intelligent. After PhD, I know exactly how stupid I am and in what areas.
Yeah, honestly, as I've gotten older, I've just, I'm so dumb. It's all just been me learning how dumb I am.
Yeah, yeah. The more you learn, the less you realize, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, precisely.
Hey look, the last podcast on the left drinking game.
We're gonna have to play
That I
that sometime.
saved, yeah. Again, I don't remember what I've sent and what I haven't sent.
I think I'm gonna say at this point, assume you've sent nothing. Because
Yeah.
thus far, nothing has been familiar.
How about Ben Kissel Bingo?
Is that's kind of fun on there?
It has to be. Yep, there it is, bottom left.
Hell yeah.
That'll happen.
We stand a king.
Nerd alert.
Yep.
Oh, that's where it gets weird. Wait, technically Check Please started with Henry.
It did.
Oh, leave it alone. Nerd just references wrestling. Yeah, good stuff.
We do stand.
Just quality content. Did we ever actually play that Schitt's Creek drinking game?
I think we tried, but we were already really drunk when we
Yeah,
started.
I remember that it was like a, we had this idea that, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then I don't remember actually really doing it.
I think I might have also lost it because it was saved in the notes on my old phone that cracked out on me,
Oh no!
which is tragic. But it's okay because we can make a new one. Because that was definitely our personal creation.
Yeah, one of a kind.
It's okay. We'll get back there eventually.
Oh look, it's the check for cat arm before closing,
Hell yeah, dude. That man's goals are beyond our understanding. I'm kind of afraid.
Oh, this is relevant to something we discussed on the pod once, I believe.
Twice, actually, if you count the old episode with me and Maddie.
Yeah.
Which I do, because that is definitely still under the name of this podcast. I live in a house full of people that put the toilet paper on the holder the wrong way.
Why?
And it's infuriating. It is utterly infuriating. I don't know why I'm forced to live like this, but here we are.
Yeah. I just... I need to remember this one. That's fine.
Sometimes I really do miss Tumblr.
Oh hey look, here's the picture of our trivia team that time you played trivia.
Hell yeah, that was fun. Correct. We didn't even have road trip snacks. Now that I think about it, that was
No,
kind of
we did
sad of
not.
us.
I had a Cliff Bar.
You did have a Cliff Bar.
That was about
We
it.
did get Starbucks, which was lovely.
We did get Starbucks. That was actually the best, like, brown sugar oat milk. Something. I forget what it's called, but it was. I've had it before, and that one was probably the best.
Every now and again, I get like an extra spicy chai latte from Starbucks, and it feels like the heavens have aligned. Like just by like whatever little quirk of whoever like made it that time or whatever. It's great. I love when that happens.
I'm ordering pizza for the ride home. After
You genius.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have a passenger seat all to myself. That perfectly fits a pizza box.
I'm so glad you're having so much fun being a passenger in my car.
I literally don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just sitting there. I'm like I don't know. They're usually keeping me alive, and now they aren't. So like.
It was fun having someone in the passenger seat that wasn't like constantly criticizing my driving or making me anxious.
Oh, here's a question for the pod.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking through all these now.
I hate to tell you this, Maddie and I did talk about
You
this,
did?
but
Oh.
we did not get these two opinions. So please hit me with it.
Is the Kool-Aid Man the jar or the liquid?
I can't even remember what I answered, and I like don't know.
I feel like he's gotta be the liquid.
That seems right.
Right? Because like, if you take the liquid away, he's
I have
just
a
a
hot
jar.
take. I have a hot take.
Hit me
What if you
with
take
it.
the jar away, he's still Kool-Aid?
I think he's both. I think the jar is the body, and the liquid is the organs, and you take one away, it just gets rid of the other.
He's the Kool-Aid Man, and so the Kool-Aid is the Kool-Aid, and then the man is the jar part.
Have we arrived at an actual legit answer? Quite possibly.
I mean, because above the tweet, it says this is a philosophical question because are we our mind or our body? That's essentially the question.
I'm not a dualist, so I don't think that like the mind in the dualist sense is a real thing.
I don't even think I know what that is.
So dualists basically believe that like the mind is an independent entity,
Okay.
and I disagree.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I think the meat vessel that you are inhabiting
I'm gonna look up the actual definition, so I'm not misrepresenting it, but
informs some of your perceptions. Which is actually part of it's part of the ethical argument, I suppose, surrounding the notion of the human head transplant, which is a theoretical surgery in which someone who has a degenerative muscle disease
mind, body
would have their head grafted onto a healthy, functioning body.
mind, body dualism in its original and most radical formulation. The philosophical view that mind and body or matter are fundamentally distinct kinds of substances or natures. There's like real arguments for it.
Sorry,
but,
I'm like also looking at the memes you just sent in the group chat.
This to me is still one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh my god! Somebody just sent a picture, or just put a picture like that in the like community group chat from my old home here in New York. Now I need to find it because the truck was deadass doing the same thing. I just sent it. Yeah. So
that's
this
precise.
just some background to you. This bridge
Yes.
in Schenectady keeps clipping trucks. It says that they can't go under. It's there's a clearance height, and they do it anyways. And like, at least like once or twice a month, this like a truck gets sheared,
Oh boy.
and it's just become a running joke in the town because it happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why somebody posted that, like because the
Oh,
truck
so
almost
like
got
people
hit.
hitting the fountain. There was a giant fountain in the middle of Main Street in Geneseo, and people would drive into it all the goddamn time, even though it was a literal like giant stone structure.
Okay, I have a question for the pod.
Yes, hit me with it.
There was that headline earlier that Russia was asking for Alaska.
Yes.
I know I've talked about the circle. Do you guys remember the premise?
It's like you
Okay.
vote
Yeah.
and people die.
If states had to vote out other states, what would be the last state standing?
Probably New York or California.
See, it's possible, but because they're so big, they can be made targets.
They could
Yeah,
be
I
made
think they would go
targets.
early on.
It-
I think
it-
it's going to be some mid-range state.
See, that's the thing. You can make it. It could be one of the big ones because they wield influence. But at that point, if one state one vote, that doesn't really count.
Hmm.
It could be one of the small ones that nobody remembers because they just kind of fly under the radar.
You make an excellent point.
Or it could be, just like a mid-range like Wisconsin or Pennsylvania or South Carolina sort of state.
You know what? I'm gonna say West Virginia. They would fly under the radar, I think.
Interesting. Because they'd vote out Virginia and be like, well,
Yeah.
done with those
Once
guys.
they do that,
Yeah.
I think everyone's gonna forget about them.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an experience like that, Brooks?
What?
Like the bird professor thing?
No, I wish.
Aw.
Jesus, 6 o'clock parking lot. And Jimper timber.
That's a phrase that never fails to make me laugh.
I'm
Going
Jimper
down.
timber.
It's different.
Okay,
What are
that
some song lyrics?
bangs.
What are some song lyrics that you got wrong for the longest time until you realized?
Oh,
Because
man.
I
God.
definitely have. For the longest time, I thought. Well, okay, growing up, it's like, you turn the lights off, then you turn them back on.
Oh man, now I'm trying to
Shining
think.
Oh.
like it's a lie. I don't remember what the actual song is now, but like.
I know what song you're trying to.
It's like an Ellie
Yeah.
Goulding
But
song, right?
Yeah.
that sounds
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
See, we're gonna have different because it's probably gonna be.
Kids, these are so.
Yeah, you really can. Oh my god. This happened at my sister's 19th or 20th birthday party. She and a bunch of her friends went out to a restaurant and had dinner, and then they were like hanging out at our house afterwards. And one of our friends is allergic to has like a deathly allergy to dairy. And they go to the restaurant, she gives the whole hey, I have a very serious dairy allergy, you gotta make sure there's no cross contamination whatsoever. All that stuff. And halfway through the meal, she starts getting she started feeling a little bit kind of tingle on her mouth or whatever. So she was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a Benadryl. This is it's not gonna be a big deal. And she passed the fuck out in one of the reclining chairs in our living room. And of course, my sister and her friends, it's her birthday party. They're staying up late. They're watching they're watching something ridiculous, and they're all screaming. And she's just dead asleep through the entire thing. And everyone's like, is she dead? So yeah, that's the story of the time that our friend took a Benadryl at my sister's 19th or 20th birthday party
Knocks me
and
out.
was completely knocked out.
I knocked out at a Red Robin once because I had a fever.
One time, before my sister had a flight to Ecuador at because she was going on a high school trip, and they had to get on their flight to connect to wherever at some ungodly hour. So she had to go to bed at 7 p.m. To get a normal amount of sleep, and she just was I'm going upstairs. I'm just taking a Benadryl and letting that happen. And also one time when I was at Comic-Con, literally all of us had caught a cold the day before, and we were I am acknowledging this after the convention. So, and I distinctly remember my friend got into we were all sharing beds and stuff, so she got into the bed with me, took a NyQuil, and just goes, well, it's about to be tomorrow, and then went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. That'd save a lot of people a lot of time.
Thinking about your question about misunderstood lyrics.
Mhm.
I realize we're gonna have it's mostly when you misunderstand. It's probably when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So we'll have different songs, but
Yeah.
the song "Hey Jealousy" by the Gem Blossoms. It didn't make sense to me as a kid that he would be saying "Hey Jealousy," and I thought it was "Hey Chelsea" the whole time. My mom still makes fun of me for it,
I love that for you.
but I I was at a party at a friend's house. This is probably like 6 years ago. And this guy told me some lyrics that he misunderstood, like misheard, that I still can never get out of my head. It was the song Waterfalls by TLC. You know, and they say don't go chasing waterfalls. Mm-hmm. He thought it was a guy named Jason Waterfalls. Don't go, Jason Waterfalls. And that's just like...
That's kind of great.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fantastic.
That's all I hear every time now. Don't go, Jason Waterfalls.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was singing Hey Buffalo Bill for an embarrassingly long time, even though the literal song title
of the song is
Bungalow
Bungalow Bill.
And then there's like stupid ass 12-year-old me, I'm like, hey Buffalo Bill. It's like, just look at your iPod.
This was just inappropriate.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen that tweet that's immediately after he died that was like, Ronald Reagan and Rush Limbaugh touching tips and now right now?
You're pro funny.
Oh man. Help.
So it begins.
Yeah, I think it's been over an hour. I think this is a good, this is a good note to leave on.
The sharing memes and laughing at them.
Yeah, this is a good note to leave on. We're gonna try and make chicken nuggets without burning the house down. It's been great. I'm very sad that Emily didn't show up. I hope she'll at least hang out with us later tonight. And thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed this utter, like, no planning, like, just completely thrown together, just hanging out, just chilling type episode. I hope this was fun for you.
The Tardigrade we never named.
You know what? We're gonna say Marty.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Marty the Tardy.
Marty the Tardy. We did it. Yeah, I hope this was fun for you, and I hope we do it again sometime soon. Adios, everybody.
Bye. This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly, Zach Calderon, and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite listening platform. Follow us on Twitter at BridgetKelly98, at Zach Calderon, and at AuntSarahSad. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice, like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature or consider donating to our Patreon. Thanks for listening.